What's happening, hunters? In this video, I have a build for you that will allow you to tank basically any damage in the game from any monster.
Did a flash
Did
bug.
you just tank that, bro?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Dude, it's nutty. The build is on Gunlance, and I'm going to be walking you through exactly how it works. So really quickly, I will show you my jewels. I have an artillery jewel 3 and 2 iron wall jewels, which are very important for this build. And then I have a protection jewel and 2 gobbler jewels. For our armor, we have the Guardian Ebony Helm Alpha, the Ajarican chest piece, Guardian Ebony braces, Guardian Ebony coil, and Ajarican Greaves beta version. These hold 2 jewel slots. So the key to this build is actually the White Cannon Gunlance, which comes from Gravios, which is a pretty easy enemy to kill in early game. It comes with 1 level 3 jewel slot, 1 level 2 jewel slot, and 1 level 1 jewel slot. And then intrinsically, it has the equipment skill Guard Up, which if we read Guard Up, it says at level 3, it reduces damage taken by 80%. 80% damage reduction is absolutely crazy. And then we can make that even stronger. So for the level 3 slot, I have slotted an artillery 3. Crucially, it reduces the charge time on our Wyvern's Fire, which makes it much easier to get off and hit the enemy in short damage windows. So that is where the real utility of artillery comes in. Yes, that extra damage is nice, but that increase to the, or I should say the reduction in charge time to Wyvern Fire is just absolutely awesome. And then the White Cannon Gunlance comes with the equipment skill Guard Up. At level 3, that reduces damage taken by a whopping 80%. 80% damage reduction is absolutely no joke. And then we have 2 Iron Wall jewels. We have a level 2 jewel and a level 3 jewel. So that gives us Guard, which greatly decreases the impact of attacks and reduces stamina depletion by 50%. So when you're blocking these heavy attacks, they will reduce your stamina. So basically this just reduces stamina depletion, meaning we can just stand in there and guard so much more. And then it decreases the impact of the attack. So on those like heavy burst shots like the lightning from Ray Dow, the impact of that is going to be much less. And then when combined with Guard Up, which reduces damage taken by 80%, you basically take no damage. It's just incredible. It's so good. So then if we look at the White Cannon Gunlance, it has 552 raw attack, which is the second highest raw attack for any Gunlance in the game, and it's tied with the Guardian Arkveld Gunlance. It does have minus 15% affinity, but affinity isn't super useful on Gunlances, and then it has 400 blast. So if you're using this like poking with the lance, that blast comes in every now and again and just does an extra 150 damage. So it's really nice. We've got blue sharpness and it gives a 30 defense bonus. So that basically just takes our defense up by 30 points for free just for running this Gunlance, plus Guard Up. So it's basically the best defensive Gunlance in the game. It's got long shelling type, which is actually pretty good. I did a whole breakdown on all the different shelling types. And long is nice because it's quite forgiving. It's got the longest range of any shells. And then it's got slightly strong power, which is what you want. So to me, outside of Guardian Arkveld, this is the best Gunlance in the game. And given you can get it so early from such an easy enemy to farm like Gravios is just awesome. For the charm, I only had a level 1 Hope Charm. You can run whatever you want here, but this is an early game build, so I kind of don't really imagine you have many charms, so just run the one you like the most. And then the Rock Steady Mantle is quite nice as it reduces damage taken and prevents damage reactions when attacked. So again, just more damage reduction to really build into that tank fantasy. For the rest of my charms, on the gloves, I have the Protection Jewel, which grants Divine Blessing, while active reduces damage taken by 15%. This just gives us a predetermined chance of reducing the damage you take. It actually procs fairly often, and again, it's just free damage reduction. And free DR is always nice, especially with the way that we're playing this build. And then I have 2 Gobbler Jewels, which just increase our eating speed. So if we do take any damage and we have to heal up with a potion or something, we can just get out, eat our potion much quicker, and then get right back in the monster's face and start tanking damage. If you're solo, it's great because you basically never die. And if you're in a team, it's even better because you can just kind of hold the enemy's aggro while your teammates just deal a ton of damage. So yeah, I just absolutely love this build. The main components to this build are just farming Gravios. Like, this is the armor set that I run, but you can totally run pretty much whatever you want as long as you have the White Cannon Gunlance, because you can put 2 Iron Wall Jewels in there to get level 3 guard, and then you have level 3 guard up just from the base intrinsic on the White Cannon Gunlance. So yeah, the armor doesn't matter too much, but if you are running what I'm running, basically it gives you burst from the Guardian Ebony set, which continuously landing hits gradually increases attack and elemental attack. Level 1 is on first hit, gain a small temporary attack and element boost, replaced by a larger boost after the 5th hit. So if we look at the skills from the whole build itself, on the helmet we have earplugs, which reduces the effects of weak monster roars. This is really nice because the monster roars interrupt your attacks, and this one will just help reduce how many interruptions you take. Level 3 is obviously the best as it reduces all roars, but you still get a lot of utility out of just level 1, and that's on your Ebony helmet. And then from the Ebony set we also have level 4 boost. Continuously landing hits gradually increases attack and elemental attack, so at level 4, hit 5 successive times for an even bigger stat boost. So basically this just passively helps your damage as you're attacking the monster over and over again. So again, just like a pretty passive skill, but one that helps nonetheless. And then on the Ajarican set, we have Part Breaker. So we actually have level 3, 1 from our chest and 2 from our legs, which increases part damage and damage dealt when conditions are met by 30%. So basically it increases damage dealt when destroying a wound with a focus strike, and it makes it easier to break large monster parts. This is awesome because obviously you want to build around shelling, especially with the Guardian Arcveld Lance, because it's just the best in the game for shelling. But this set is actually really good because it has long shells, which are nice when using our Wormstake cannon. And then also when we use our Drake Auger, we're getting just way more damage. We're getting 30% more damage when we destroy that wound. Plus we have the 552 base raw attack on the White Cannon Gunlance. So when you're doing the Drake Auger and breaking wounds, you're dealing a ton of damage. So yeah, this build, you don't totally play around shelling. You actually play more into, like I said, just aggroing. You can just do your block and just stab attack. And like I said, as you're doing that, you're building up blast. And every so often, you'll just get a blast off for 150 damage. And yeah, you're just kind of blocking, you're picking your spots. When you do the, not the Part Breaker, but the Drake Auger to break the wound, then you're going to often get a knock on the enemy, and then this will allow you to use your Wyvern's Fire. And yeah, you're basically just getting in hits where you can. This build is really nice for early game because that is when you're most unfamiliar with the monster's movesets. So it allows you to really learn the monster's attacks without really getting punished, because you can just hold guard pretty much the whole time. And like I said, just really pick your spots when it seems safe to attack. So is this the best DPS build in the world? No, but it will easily carry you to endgame and allow you to just farm Tempered Ray Dows and Tempered Arcvelds and Tempered Gormagalas until you get those endgame level sets. And that's why I love this build so much. Again, it's not the best damage, but it's super consistent damage and you're never going to die. So say, yeah, you have a build where you can take out an enemy or a monster in 10 minutes, but half the time you die. So really, it's more like 15 minutes average. Where with this one, yeah, you might kill the monsters a little slower, but you're never going to get carded, like honestly, ever. It's so effective at just tanking damage that honestly you never ever have to worry about monster attacks. Like, I felt invincible with this build. Truly, it's incredible. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, let me know down in the comments how you liked it. And that about does it for the build. So yeah, leave a like and subscribe for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.